Spider-Man Outlaws, Season 1, Episode 14, a fan-fiction Spider-Man podcast created by Josh Dowd. We start this episode with Silvermane inside of his mansion as he stands before Doc Ock, aka Silent Squid. We see Doc Ock now has 4 mechanical arms. It was part of the gift he received from saving Wilson Fisk. Silvermane says,
"Bring me the tablet of time, and don't end up like the others did."
Like what? Caught and sent to Ravencroft Penitentiary? Ha! I won't.
Alicia Silvermane, who's 9 months pregnant, rests nearby on a couch, rubbing her belly. A splashing sound can be heard, and she says,
Father, my water just broke. It is time.
For the future of my family.
This shall be done.
Over atop of the Chrysler building, Kingpin, Smythe, and Rhino are talking. Kingpin says,
Do you understand, Rhino? I want you in and out. Just recover the tablet and leave. If Spider-Man shows up, do what you must to get rid of him. You got it, boss. In and out. Just like the burger joint.
I have just finished a few moments ago retrofitting your outfit. In a matter of hours, the process from the neogenic recombinator shall take effect, and you shall fully become the Rhino, as requested.
Awesome. Now, wait, what's the thing I'm recovering again? Like, do you got a picture or something?
Smythe puts a picture of the Tablet of Time on all of the TV screens around the room. Kingpin says,
The thing I am looking to possess is called the Tablet of Time. I want it. But, like, why? What makes this so special?
Well, the legend has it that the people of the Aztec culture would hold an Olympic event each year, and whoever won was blessed with eternal youth.
I want it because Silvermane wants it. Also, I'm sending in another to recover it, just in case.
Is this the one that Mr. Jameson has created?
Yes, he was most obliged to jump to our cause when properly persuaded to do so.
So you threatened to take over J3 Communications.
Indeed. Now get to the museum, Rhino, and recover me the Tablet of Time.
Do you think it's wise to send in someone who's green to do this job?
I do. Or did you forget? Everyone has their part to play. But, wait, which museum am I going to? And who's the green guy?
By green, I mean no experience.
The Natural History Museum, Rhino, and I suggest you get going. Sooner is better than later.
Police lights flash, news crew swarm at the Natural History Museum. It's nighttime, and a ruckus can be heard inside the museum where the ancient Tablet of Time is on display. Inside of the museum, Spider-Man leaps out of the way to keep from being hit with acid from the end of his newest enemy's tail, aka Scorpion. After he ends up dodging it, he gloats.
Is that all you got, Tin Man?
You ain't seen nothing yet, Spider.
Another attack comes from Scorpion, and Spidey is slammed by his tail and begins to propel Spider-Man backwards with such force that he ends up breaking the display case holding the Tablet of Time. As it weebles and wobbles, it eventually falls to the ground and shatters into 6 pieces. After smashing through some walls, Spider-Man ends up outside, where we quickly see Officer Morales and Detective Terry Lee are on the scene, with several other police officers, as well as Officer Eddie Brock. As Spider-Man is propelling backwards, we see him web the sides of the building with each hand in mid-air and launch himself like a ball from a slingshot back inside. As he comes swooshing in, he sees Scorpion grab 2 pieces of the tablet, but Spidey webs the wall and shoots himself through the air with a forward kick like a bullet out of a gun, and kicks one of the pieces of the Tablet of Time free from Scorpion's grasp. Next, loud booming footsteps can be heard outside, and we see Rhino rampaging as many things with his horn, running as fast as he can, destroying anything anything in his way. After taking out several police cars on the scene, he smashes through the wall of the museum. Officer Morales says,
"We got a code orange and blue at the museum. All officers report. I repeat, we got a code orange and blue."
Code orange and blue? Is that a new one?
Yeah, Chief made it up after that freak hobgoblin attacked Wilson Fisk. It's like a supervillain or villains on the scene.
They should have made it red and blue for Spider-Man.
There is a red and blue, and it's to be used if Spider-Man ever decides he wants to be a villain.
Over on the rooftop, there's Doc Ock, aka Science Squid, and he sneaks into the museum undetected. He stealthily walks across the ceiling, monitoring the battle, when Rhino comes crashing through the wall. Rhino says,
All right, this is the Natural History Museum. Check. There is the tablet. Check. And the green guy's here too. Yeah, check. This place is the right one. Phew, third time's the charm, I guess. Two stupid museums. I swear I'm allergic to them. They always make me sneeze.
He marches towards the tablet at a time when Doc Ock drops down from the ceiling at the same time that he gets to it. In the background of their confrontation, we see Spider-Man is still battling Scorpion. Rhino says,
All right, let's see. Crap, it looks like it's smashed. Boss ain't gonna be too happy about that. Stupid Spider-Man, always ruining everything.
So, you have a boss. I always thought of rhinos as independent creatures.
Yeah, well, you should go back to the sea, Science Squid.
As the two of them lock eyes, Doc Ock lunges for the broken pieces of the tablet and recovers two of them, as Rhino also dives down and grabs two pieces as well. They don't know it, but Scorpion has one piece tucked away. Doc Ock stares hard at Rhino, but he decides to turn tail and run away, back from the way he came. He goes up the wall and connects to the ceiling and starts to make his way back out the rooftop. Rhino quickly turns tail as well and bursts through the front door and charges through the police, again destroying more police cars as he flees away. Back inside, Spider-Man says,
So, what's your ASL?
I don't know sign language.
No, I mean like, who the heck are you? The Green Giant? Ho, ho, ho! Let me guess, you're here because I need to eat more vegetables, right?
Shut up! The name's Scorpion, and I'm your worst nightmare, Spider.
You do know I'm not actually Spider, right? So, a scorpion isn't as scary as you might think. Whoa!
Scorpion ran up to Spider-Man and tried to punch him, but his spider sense would kick in, and he wouldn't be able to land the punch. Scorpion would say,
You talk too much.
Sorry, I like to talk when I'm nervous. Whoa, hey, nice try, buddy.
Next, Scorpion would leg sweep Spidey with his tail and would pounce on him. Scorpion wags his tail back and forth and then goes to stab Spider-Man with the end of his tail that has a razor-sharp scythe on it. He would strike it down at Spider-Man, but he would web the sides of the wall, pull himself free, and miss Scorpion's attack, and taunt Scorpion, saying,
Well, Scorpion stealing is wrong. So, I'm gonna have to take that piece of the tablet back from you.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
Scorpion wags his tail back and forth before he shoots multiple acid blasts out of it at Spider-Man, but his spider sense kicks in, and Spider-Man is able to dodge all of them. In the background, we see a black hole open up, and the Spot emerges out of it and says,
Oh, crud. It would appear I'm too late. Maybe I could just... Oh, wait. Is that?
The Spot opens up another black hole right next to the piece of the tablet at a time. He then extends his arms through the black hole right next to him, and it goes through the black hole right next to the tablet at a time, and he grabs the last piece. As he pulls his arm through, both of the black holes shut. He says,
Well, I guess something is better than nothing. Whoa!
All of a sudden, the Spot is pulled into his black hole, and it closes itself temporarily, and then reopens. As the Spot arrives in his portal abyss, he doesn't see a thing and is confused. What had pulled him back in here? That's never happened before. It was like something had yanked him back into his portal. But what could it be? As we go back to the black hole of the museum, we stare at it for several seconds before something emerges from it. We see it's a human, and we hear it say, About damn time. That took way too long. Whoa, look at that green guy. He's kind of cool. But I better get out of here before they decide to turn their attention to me. We see it's Hobgoblin, and he hits some buttons on his wrist to call his Goblin Glider and runs towards the hole in the wall that Rhino had left. But As he gets there, he sees police are everywhere. He says, "Crap, how the hell am I gonna get out of this strawberry jam?" He keeps pushing the button on his wrist when Officer Eddie Brock sees him and says,
Freeze, freak! Put your hands up!
Don't shoot! I surrender!
Wait, you're the Hobgoblin. How was this possible? I thought Ned Leeds was the Hobgoblin.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I thought so too.
Stop! Shut up! Freeze! You're under arrest.
"Under arrest?"
Oh, yeah? What did I do, officer? Please tell me.
You're wanted for the attempt of... Wait, if Ned Leeds was charged of that crime...
As Hobgoblin gets to Officer Eddie Brock, he puts his hands on him and shocks him for several seconds. We see Eddie fall to the ground and convulse a little and struggles to get back up. Hobgoblin says,
You're out of your league, kid. Ned Leeds was just a decoy. I'm the original.
Next, Eddie uses all of his strength to stand up, but Hobgoblin's glider finally shows up and rams into the back of Officer Brock, temporarily knocking him out this time.
I knew you would come back to Daddy.
Hobgoblin hops on the glider and takes off, but Venom wakes up inside of a passed-out Eddie Brock and says,
And where do you think you're going?
I think we're going up. Hold tight.
Ha! You picked the wrong museum to rob. I'm hungry.
Look around, you idiot. I didn't take anything. I've been held prisoner by the villain The Spot, and it just so happened to find my way out about 5 frickin' minutes ago.
I'm taking you down, Goblin.
Really? Because in reality, I'm taking us up. So you have a name, son.
We are Venom!
The Hobgoblin reaches into his bag and throws multiple pumpkin bombs at Venom, who is hanging onto his web that's stuck to Hobgoblin's glider. After circling around the top of the museum a few times, Hobgoblin flies to a nearby construction building and slams Venom through a billboard by stopping short in front of it. After Venom crashes through it, Hobgoblin would fly straight up again, and next slam him into a water tower, and then a support beam, until he finally let go of his web. Hobgoblin teases him, flying around at a height he can't reach. Venom tries to web him, but it doesn't work, and Hobgoblin says,
You know, Venom, you may be quick, but I got the skills that pay the bills, and plus, you still can't fly. Ha!
Wanna bet?
In nanoseconds, Venom creates wings on his back, and after 10 seconds, they're formed. He starts flapping them and takes off in flight after Hobgoblin, who kicks his goblin glider into full speed to force Venom to fly after him. As Venom is chasing Hobgoblin, all of a sudden Hobby would stop and turn around and shoot 3 pumpkin bomb missiles from his glider at Venom. The first one fired would overshoot, and the second one fired exploded too early. But the third one would be an exact hit, and the bomb explodes and releases gas, and Venom falls off his line from web swinging and barely makes it to a rooftop nearby. Hobgoblin quickly flies down to mock him, saying,
You got the wrong guy. I haven't done anything.
Yet, Venom's head recedes, and Eddie's head is shown. Eddie says,
You attempted to kill Wilson Fisk.
No, that was Ned Leeds.
We know you're responsible for the creation of the villain The Spot from your attack the other day.
So, that's why that little fucker captured me and imprisoned me. I mean, that was Ned Leeds. But you know, you sound like someone that's a fan of me. Hobgoblin, do you like me?
Not particularly. Who are you, and what did you do to me?
Look, pal, this is my real face. It's not a mask. It hurts my goblin feelings that you don't like me, but it's okay. I'll get over it. It's just a chink in my armor. As for what I did to you, I hit you with goblin gas. I created it myself. You'll see for the next hour, your worst fears are going to come to life. They won't be real, but it will seem that way. Ho, you fought well, kid.
It doesn't matter what you do to me.
We are not afraid.
Venom emerges and stands up, but immediately falls back down. Oh my, I actually got scared there for a second. Drops of pee fell in my underpants. That's how scared I was. You almost got me, Venom. Haha, I like you. I'll see you around, kid.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
Godspeed, kid, and good luck. The legacy of Hobgoblin shall always live on.
Eddie starts to see Spider-Man as Man-Spider, but then Morbius appears to attack Spider-Man.
This is Eddie's hallucination. We see Eddie is scared as Hobgoblin flies off into the full moon of the night, laughing. Back inside of the museum, Spider-Man is dodging Scorpion's attacks, talking to himself.
Come on, Spidey, think. You can beat him. He's just another inexperienced thug in a costume. Probably hasn't even had his powers for more than a month. Use his lack of experience against him.
Scorpion's tail swings at Spider-Man and then slams him into the wall. As he falls down to the ground, Scorpion then quickly wraps his tail up in Spider-Man and brings him up to him, so they're face to face. Scorpion says to Spider-Man,
I was created to destroy you. If you know what's good for you, you back off.
You know, I never really was a quick learner.
Spider-Man webs Scorpion in the face, but Scorpion's grasp around Spider-Man just keeps getting tighter.
I don't want to be a killer, Spider-Man. I just want my own peace. Leave me be.
I can't. A hero stops the bad guys, no matter the cost.
Scorpion tightens his grip around Spider-Man and shakes him around a little bit, and then says,
Wake up, kid. You're just like the rest of us. You're no hero.
Scorpion aims the end of his tail at Spider-Man and thrusts it forward, piercing him with the sharp end of his tail. He then puts it in position above his head and gets ready to fire an acid blast at Spider-Man. But before he does it, he says,
Ha! I'm sure you have lied before. Think about it. Do your loved ones know you're Spider-Man? Ha! Probably not. You're doing what you gotta do because you're barely scraping by like the rest of us. I mean, you would have to be insane to put on tights like that and come out in the open.
The difference between you and I aren't the tights. It's the reasoning. I do things because they're the right thing to do. You do them for yourself.
Wrong, kid. I do it to survive. Hooah!
Scorpion throws Spider-Man out of the museum window with his tail. And as he lets go of Spider-Man, he turns back and begins to flee away. We see Spider-Man set a web from his right arm at the piece of tablet of time that's now exposed on Scorpion's back. We see the web form out of Spider-Man's web shooter and make a line, and that line turns into a little web hand, and as it reaches out and connects to the piece of the tablet of time, Spider-Man web yanks it backwards and recovers it just before he hits the ground. In a matter of seconds, he gets back up and web slingshots himself back inside the museum. But Scorpion is already gone. He looks all around but finds nothing. He goes outside to the police and makes his way to Detective Terry Lee and Officer Morales, who are currently talking.
Hey, what's going on with that guy, Brock?
You mean Officer Eddie? I don't know. I seen him around, but he seems a little off lately.
The captain has been working on the case with the missing heads of victims. I think that's it.
Well, my woman's intuition says it's something else.
Yo, heads up! Incoming!
Oh my! Damn it, Spidey. You scared me.
Sorry. Here, I recovered this off Scorpion.
Scorpion?
Yeah, he's one of the newest outlaws to hit the city.
We got reports of Science Squid and Rhino there as well.
Yeah, they did a smash and grab. I also think I may have saw Hobgoblin in there, but isn't he locked up?
Terry, look!
They watch the battle from the remaining security cameras that are intact. Officer Morales says,
Strange how the Rhino and Doc Ock didn't try to battle each other for the missing pieces.
Look, at this angle, Spidey, you were right. There's the spot. Who looks to recover a piece of the tablet and Hobgoblin emerges from that portal over on this camera.
Squid versus a Rhino. I'd like to see that battle happen.
Look at this camera. Hobgoblin goes to leave, but it looks like one of our officers keeps him from doing so. I can't see who it is, though. Are there any other cameras other than this that didn't get destroyed that can show us a different angle of what happened?
No. Unfortunately, do we think the Spot and his new Hobgoblins are working together?
I don't know what to think.
What does your woman intuition say now?
That we were set up by Hobgoblin. The one we caught isn't the real one. Maybe the Spot had him as a prisoner for his creation. I don't know.
Okay, so the Spot got a piece, Rhino got one, and Doc Ock got one. And now you guys got one, thanks to me.
Look, Rhino got 2 and Doc Ock got 2.
Oh, I thought we were calling him Science Squid.
Well, his name is Octo Octavius, but he likes to be called Doc Ock.
You know, Spider-Man, I appreciate your help and everything, but that tablet is worth over $1.4 million, and 3 of the bad guys got away with 5 of the pieces, and Lord only knows who they're bringing them to.
Well, I got you one. That's gotta count for something, right? Right?
Well, from what I can tell, it seems like when Spider-Man was thrown into the tablet by Scorpion.
Yep, that's what we're calling him.
The tablet breaks up into 6 pieces. Rhino got 2, Doc Ock got 2, we have 1, and the Spot recovered the final piece. Am I right?
Correct.
Well, the night isn't over yet. Rhino and Doc Ock still gotta be close. I'm gonna try to recover the other pieces just as soon as I find out where they are. I promise.
You shouldn't make a promise you can't keep.
Come on, Terry. You're being too hard on him. I believe in you, Spidey.
All officers report. The Rhino has been spotted in Queens. All officers report. The Rhino has been spotted in Queens.
Over in Queens, we go to J. Jonah Jameson inside the Daily Bugle newsroom, getting ready to do a report. He says,
Breaking news, everybody! Tonight, the legendary tablet of time that was on display at the Natural History Museum has been stolen. Police have identified Rhino, Science Squid, Scorpion, the Spot. Really, Betty? The Spot? What kind of idiot monkey is working the teleprompter? We're on the scene, as well as Hobgoblin, and of course, Spider-Man!
Spider-Man swings through the night fog of the early morning of New York City towards Old Santa Monica Pier. He says,
Another late night lead. Another crazy rumor about a magic rock. I really need to renegotiate my superhero hours. I'm pretty sure Captain America's already in bed by now.
As Spidey lands on the warehouse of the Santa Monica Pier, he hears Rhino inside tearing through crates, probably looking for a place to stash his tablet pieces. Spidey sneakily makes his way inside and says,
Hey, Hornhead, you ordered the smash and grab special?
We see what Smythe was talking about at the beginning of the episode has finally happened, and Rhino is more, Rhino now than he is more than man in a costume.
Well, look at who it is. Spider Turn. Seems like you're in the wrong place at the right time, Webhead.
Rhino picks up a few boxes of crates and throws them at Spider-Man, who webs one of them and throws it back at Rhino. But Rhino just charges through it at Spider-Man, who next webs up wood pellets to quickly block Rhino from hitting him, but he smashes through them as well, sending Spider-Man flying backwards. Spidey quickly webs the ceiling and starts swinging past Rhino in circles. As he does this, he shoots multiple webs into Rhino's face, causing him to stop and have to pull it off. When Rhino does this, Spider-Man next webs him by his foot and swings up in the air and wraps his web around a pole and begins to pull Rhino up, dangling him in the air from his feet. Spidey says,
You ever tried decaf? You're a little bit high-strung.
In a matter of seconds, the web snaps, as it can't take the weight of Rhino, and he falls to the ground, but lands on all 4 with cat-like reflexes. Rhino chases after Spider-Man until he corners him, but Spider-Man sees a boat nearby that's got a claw to grab heavy boxes. So he devises a plan. He says,
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Underlay.
I'm not a kitty. I'm a Rhino. I hate cats. Rah!
Spider-Man gets Rhino to slam his head into the wall of the pier and then jumps over him and begins to swing down the pier. Rhino pulls himself loose and starts to chase after him. As Spidey gets to the end of the pier, he goes up to the controls and connects a web to it and then jumps down to the pier. But he gives the web in his hand some slack as to not pull the lever just yet. He gets into position and waits for Rhino to come to him. After several seconds, Rhino reaches Spider-Man and Spidey pulls the switch as he does and then does a few backflips to the edge of the pier. He says,
Hey, Rhino, you ever play the claw game at the arcade? Because tonight, I'm playing it for you.
The claw activates and drops down and picks up Rhino by his head and lifts him into the air, forcing Rhino to be stuck. Next, Spider-Man uses 2 canisters of web fluid from each hand to make sure that he is webbed up safely and snugly, till the police can get to him.
God, let me down, Bug. Let's finish this like men.
Gee, I'd love to, Rhino, but I just finished it like a spider. Sorry, gotta run. I've got a date with Destiny.
No, stop. Damn it, Spider-Man. You may have won the battle, but I will win the war.
Spider-Man pulls out his phone and calls Terry Lee and says,
Hey, Terry,
It's, Spider-Man. I got a rhino webbed up at the Santa Monica Pier, and also he was trying to stash his pieces of the tablet of time in some crates. You may want to get here sooner than later.
Thank you, Spider-Man. We are on our way now. We've got reports of Doc Ock in the financial district. See what you can do.
Got it. I'm on it. Up, and away, Webs!
Spider-Man hangs up the phone and we see Spidey web off towards the financial district to try to find Doc Ock as this episode comes to an end.